That's one of the greatest words, I think. And I know, isn't it a great word? It's just like it just comes out. I mean, it almost sounds like it should have been our first word as cave people. Or maybe our second word. The first word probably would have been. That probably was first, granted, you know. If you're freaked out, that's when you're really going to invent a word that's more under pressure than just like, this is pretty cool, you know. But the weird part is it's not that old a word. Because if you watch footage of people as happy as people can get 50, 80 years ago, whatever, like winning the World Series, Second World War is over, my family is coming home, the death and the killing is over, everyone's coming home, we won, victory, hooray, freedom for the entire world. And no one in those videos is ever going, woo! Ever. They're always going, hooray, yippee, huzzah, you know, but no one's ever going, woo! I mean, I think that was probably invented in like the 70s in New York or something. It was like a byproduct of disco, or it's like, woo! And someone went, fuck, that's pretty cool. I did a Halloween party for, at a, what do they call them? Fossil barn, I don't know, like an old person's home place. And it was really sweet because they all dressed up. All of them dressed up. They all had like little outfits on. It was so adorable. And the best part was when they came into the big room to be seated, the guy who was there telling them what seat to take was dressed as the Grim Reaper. It was like, you got a sense of humor at that point, you know? And there was a woman sitting right in front of me who was 93 years old, and she was sitting like right where you are. This little tiny stick lady was there, and she was dressed as a skeleton. You know, I mean, where the neckline on that thing ended and her actual bone structure began, seamless. I want to get so old that when I speak, people don't even really understand what I'm saying anymore, but somehow they're still interested. You know, you still have enough ghostly charm to wow them. You know, like those old jazz musicians. I love those interviews of those guys. And they'd be like, "What was it like playing jazz in New Orleans in 1929?"
And we go down to play every Thursday night, and the people had never seen it like that before, man. Got the movement come down with the boobies, and they got the bubble.
Love that.
I want to be like that guy.
And there's actually something really kind of beautiful about old people, in the sense that if like you want to see something really beautiful, watch a really old person missing a bus, right? Which admittedly sounds off, but you have the old person making their way toward the bus in old person fashion. And the bus makes "I'm about to leave" noises, right? And then the old person springs into action. But the beautiful part is that you know that somewhere in their brain, in their mind, they're really moving. In their brain, they're like a cheetah on the plains of the Serengeti. They could take down that bus with a single claw. But in real life, and I don't mind talking about love, which I think is a bit of an obstacle for a lot of men. Not good with the word love. I mean, they'll use the word love, but they'll be like,
yeah, I love chicken wings. Yeah, I love my truck. I love hockey.
What do you think of your wife?
She's cool.
The French are better with the word love. And here's why the French are better with the word love. Because one of the ways you can say I love you in French is you can say je t'aime. Right? Je t'aime. And one of the ways you can say I like you in French is je t'aime bien. Now that is good design. Basically what that means is in French you can tell someone you love them and there's a way out. Right? You can just throw it out there, see how it floats, you know, just like je t'aime. Bien, bien, totally bien. You can't do that in English. When you say I love you in English, you are in a corner, man. You can't just be like, I love you. In those pants. It's just not working. The Americans, they got big hats too. The Americans, they got a big cowboy hat. They got like a big, you know. And the thing about a cowboy hat is a measure of personal space, you see. Because what you got, a cowboy hat, is you got cowboys spend a lot of time with men spend a lot of time with men riding around and herding things and, you know, sweating together and what have you, whatnot, you know. And then at the end of the day, down by a campfire, looking at one another and just sharing all their thoughts and dreams and feelings and looking over and saying, you know, Johnny, I've been thinking a lot about what's been going on recently and I really think that bonk, fuck, dude loves. So that's what the cowboy hats.